Now, at this time, it's a great time for you to visit, given the progress that's being made with your push for reform of Malaysia's judiciary. There's real progress being made there, and also the prospects of an election. If the ruling coalition call an early election ahead of the lifting of the ban against you, would you accept from them any exemption, if there is one, to run?
Well, I will not. I've not applied. In other words, I want to appeal because I think the convictions and unjust. The judiciary was blatantly corrupt and acting under the behest of the executives. But if they choose to allow, I would certainly use the opportunity.
Okay. And how do you rate your chances, your party's chances, in the case of an early election? Are you prepared to make a significant dent?
As I said,
coalition's grip on
if the
power?
elections is contingent upon the free and fair elections. I mean, you have no access to the media. Okay, you have a democratic, so-called democratic elections with no media access. Can you imagine? You've been maligned and viciously attacked daily and nightly in the prime news, and you have no chance to even explain your position. The process is fraudulent. Phantom voters have been identified. Hundreds and thousands of postal voters from the security personnel not verified. I think this needs to be corrected first. Now, assuming all these things are done, I am very optimistic that it will make a major difference, even shaking the entire coalition led by UMNO.
And in practical terms, assuming that isn't done, you're up against a stacked deck, so to speak. How can your party fare?
Yeah, assuming that the system remains intact in terms of this fraudulent process, we want to the extent of these phantom votes coming in. But clearly we should be able to deny them the two-thirds majority.
Okay. And you'll be considering that a success, no doubt?
A major success, of course. Good.
Okay. Now, both supporters of you and ordinary Malaysians I've been speaking to, one common theme is people tell me that you are a man for Malaysia's future. They worry that you're not a man for Malaysia's present. Your vision in that regard of a multi-ethnic, tolerant Malaysia, is your country ready for that at this time?
My answer to that is that we have been independent now for 50 years. Now half a century for an emerging country would allow Malaysia to be more mature. And I don't underestimate the wisdom of the masses. Those who are bent on preserving existing obsolete policies are those with vested interests. Even among the business community, those who strive on their own seem to be supportive. But those cronies, be it Malay or Chinese businessmen, bent on the very, on protecting corruption, and dubious deals, who certainly want to protect the status quo. So Malaysians want, of course, they say it's for the future, then we should be ready for the future. With the present means, we have lost our competitiveness. The present means that Malaysia has lost its glamour as an emerging economy.
Okay. And in playing that bridge role among the opposition parties, I mean, it's a very disparate political church for you to get across and appeal to. What's the single biggest challenge you face in acting as a bridge and uniting, whether it's minority Chinese, minority Indians, plus the Malay majority?
Well, I don't deny that it is an arduous task, formidable at that, to get even electoral understanding with the Islamic Party on one hand and the Chinese-based Democratic Action Party on the other. But we are succeeding, I mean, albeit slowly, gradually, we'll find a statement by Lim Kit Siang, the Chinese opposition party leader, expressing his disgust that the electoral understanding is achievable, but it's too slow. I share his sentiments, but he has also to put his act together to rain upon his party members, as I have to do it with the keadilan, and also to persuade PAS to do it with PAS.
That's quite a challenge, no doubt.
But we have succeeded in a few states, in the state seats. The most difficult state, Penang, with the Chinese DAP, we have succeeded. A complete understanding with the DAP, Chinese-based party in Penang. I was signed about 3 weeks back. This is a major progress.
As part of that effort, you've been working extremely long days. Apparently you've been 9 different speeches a day and this kind of thing. Many people remember the concerns about your health when you first emerged from incarceration. I think when you were in Hong Kong a couple of years ago, you were still worried about your health then. Obviously, your stamina is returning now. Are you feeling up to the task of the long challenge?
You can see me struggling even during the press conference. But many of my friends are also concerned about the security, my personal security. You know, challenging this judicial appointment involving multi-billionaires.
Are you taking extra security measures?
Well, my friends have assisted. For example, I don't travel alone. I do in a convoy of another car, for example, following from behind. I mean, this is the minimum we can do. We can afford a bulletproof car. Benazir had a bulletproof car, you know. But still, there's nothing certain.